We are 12 days into the January transfer window, and West Ham have yet to bring in any players. Of course, we have let go a few. We'll talk about that in a second. This is our first Premier League, I don't know if I said Premier League, transfer show right here on West Ham Official. And look at the pack of guests that I have joining me tonight. Firstly, I haven't got names for you. Just Nigel, how are you?
I'm good, mate. Thanks.
Good. Mike, how are you?
Yeah, all good, mate. Thanks.
And Gary as well. How are you?
Very good, thanks, mate. Very good.
Good stuff. I mean, it seems like we've got like the silver foxes in the middle, and then like the class and sophistication on the edges. Gary, yeah, good.
I say nothing.
Let's see. We got in the chat. Paul, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Michael, Robert, and Fad. Happy Friday to you all. Have we all got a beverage?
I have, yes.
I've got water.
Oh.
Have you got them? Is that a bit of a...
What's that, Gary? That looks quite sophisticated. What's that?
Well, gin and tonic.
Gin and tonic. Oh, right.
I've got Moretti.
Yeah, I like it. I like
got
it.
water because I've got that. I've had a cough for like before Christmas, and I could keep. It's actually wavered a bit now. It's not too bad. Otherwise, I'd be coughing over everyone. But I went to the Phantom of the Opera last night, and I was sort of like trying to hold me. I was like, oh my god, I'm right in the middle of something. I'm going to cough everywhere. And that.
Did you stay away?
Loads of people tooting like there's loads of baby kangaroos in the crowd.
Did you stay awake, Nige? Did you stay awake?
Well, to be fair, the geezer next to me fell asleep.
I went.
Some Chinese fella coming halfway through and then fell asleep. I was like, oh, great.
Fair enough. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm not too bad, mate. Not too bad. You want to see? I've got nothing here actually. I've got absolutely nothing. So, yeah, but I just didn't pick anything up. That's nothing, you know. Robert says, "Watch, yeah, the under 18s are in FA Youth Cup action this evening, taking on top of the North Table Manchester City." And Robert's eating his fish and chips, so lovely, Robert. It's Fish Friday, of course, but I despise fish, as you should know, most of you know. But anyway, let's get down to business, shall we? The transfer window, I think it's come into the spotlight a lot more in the last couple of weeks because of the injuries that we've had. Oh. A drink, lovely. See, look at that. See, room service. Cheers, all.
You get looked after, mate, don't you? Look at that.
Was that red diesel?
And Mum's not even here, so Dad has walked upstairs and give this to me. This is unprecedented. This, right? I've been caught midway.
He saw us all with drinks, Jake, and he thought, "I better get Jake a drink."
Very true. So cheers, all. Yeah, I've completely forgot my line of thought. Now let's go on to the youth players, of course, because of the under 18 youth cup time. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the players that have gone out on loan. Of course, Potts went out on loan to Wickham at the start of the season, and Kodua has now joined him. Of course, Potts has done really well. They seem to like him. He's playing most games over at Wickham, and hopefully Kodua, of course, who scored against Wickham on Tuesday in the EFL Trophy, of course, in a losing battle. A losing cause, sorry, but he's now signed on a loan deal until the end of the season for Wickham. I think, listen, he looks like a decent player, and that's what these players need. I think, Nigel, a bit of Championship and League One experience, which I think is probably what Divine Mubamba needs as well.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's been jumping on Mubamba the last couple of weeks. Because obviously when he came, you know, they've all been saying that they wanted to give him a full game to see what he's capable of. And let's face it, he didn't have a good game. But you know what? You've got to stick with him, haven't you? I think the one we should be looking at is Marshall, the other guy. And I think he needs to get out on loan because just playing for the youngsters is not enough. You need to be having some quality competitive games so you can see what it's all about. And yeah, like I say, the more get out on loan, the better for the team, really, because let's face it, at the moment, we're struggling for players and we need players that can come in and actually do a job. And I don't think these youngsters coming in have quite got what it takes to hit the ground running, you know, in professional football terms, you know.
Yeah, fair enough. Mike, I wasn't impressed with Mubama against Bristol City. I thought he was quite poor. The ball just didn't stick to him, and it was evident that he was out of his depth in sort of every area, to be honest. And in terms of Kodua, and Coventry's gone out on loan to Charles. Coventry's gone on a permanent deal to Charles. Mike, that's ended his 14.5-year stint at West Ham. Listen, he played for the club he supported. He's 23 years old. I think that's fair enough. He's going to probably go and get some first team football. But realistically, he was never going to get a West Ham. He's won a trophy at West Ham now. He got a medal because he participated in some capacity. And Gary's had enough. And overall, it's sad to see him go permanently. But Kodua out on loan, Coventry permanently. It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, some of these lads, they mature at different times. It's difficult. They've come up through. They've been playing in their age groups, and they get up against men. And you see it the other night, in that game where, it was men against boys. I mean, I felt sorry for Mamba a bit. He didn't have a lot of great service. He didn't have a great game. His first touch wasn't great, but. Hey, you've got to give if you really think this lad's going to do it, you've got to give him time. And you've also got to send him out to a League One club or a Championship club, see what, keep your eye on him, have a look at him, see what he can do there. Because the likes of Harry Kane, I remember him playing for Norwich against us. He went out to Millwall. Those players don't always go straight in and do a job. It's difficult for him. Coventry, let's face it, he was never going to get in this side, was he? That's where we're short in midfield. We're crying out for another young midfielder with some legs who can win the ball, pass the ball. In my mind, that's a position we desperately need. If he ain't going to make it, he ain't going to make it, and you got to say thanks very much, mate. You tried, but. Maybe immature and, he could become a Premier League player again one day, but he's not there at the moment, is he?
He's not. Gary, what's your stance with it? I mean, these players probably aren't ready for the Premier League and all of that. I mean, it's a detriment to the youth squad because if they're, losing these players, it means they're probably not going to succeed to the best of their ability. But overall, in the long term for these players' careers, it's what they need to do.
Yeah, they need to play senior football. And ever since the reserve teams were abolished 10, 15 years ago, the gap between the under-21s and the men's is huge. And Mike's right, you need time to develop. If you think of players, even in our squad, like Antonio, Bowen, they start off in the lower leagues and have come through and been good players for West Ham. And Mubama, whilst I agree, I thought he was poor on Sunday. His decision.
Oh, is that just me?
Oh, no, I can't hear him either. I can't hear Gary.
No, that's right. That's not just me. Gary, we can't hear you, mate. Gary's in his own world. We can't hear you, Gary. I'm not entirely sure why. Can you hear us? You can. Oh, he's muted. I didn't mute him. He's muted. He's muted himself.
He's muted
Gary,
himself.
I'll kick you out and come back in again, mate. I've got no idea what's happened there. He just stopped. I was like adjusting my headphones. Like,
I think I've done that before. You mute yourself by mistake.
Yeah.
I've done.
I was trying to lip read him.
How did that go?
My lips.
Not well.
Good.
Not well. Okay.
I thought he was going to start signing to us.
Fred, thank you very much indeed for joining us. That's Dad's exercise for the day. See, he reckons it's going to keep me up there longer, but I don't know what's happened to my laptop because the battery's plummeting down, so we ain't going to be here for long. I can guarantee you that.
Mine seems to be going down a bit quick as well tonight, and it was a lot better recently. But
I know what's going on.
We're feeling the pinch with Octopus Energy.
I think Marshall is promoted to the first team for the Bristol Reap. I don't think he will. I think we've just about got enough to get us through without Moyes having to delve into that, to be honest. Let's see if we can hear Gary. Gary, can we hear you? Oh, Gary, can you hear us now? He can't hear us.
He must have Chris Kamara. He must have Chris Kamara's mic. You said about Marshall getting in the team.
Right,
You
yeah.
can't see Marshall. Can you actually see us win? Can you see us winning on Tuesday? Because I can't.
No.
I've been down there. Do you know what? That ground. I've seen Bristol City knock Premier League teams out of the cup. I've seen them knock Stoke out when they was Premier League, and they pasted them. I'll see them beat Plymouth 5-0. Do you know what? They're a good team, and I'll tell you what, we haven't with the team we had the other day. We struggled. So imagine at their ground with a weaker team. I honestly think we're going to get beat. That's the honest.
We'll come back to that in just a second. Gary, can you hear us now?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
There we
Yeah,
go.
we
We're back.
got
There we go. There we go. Nigel reckons you had Chris Kamara's mic.
It's a bit harsh.
Very harsh.
We'll go,
Yeah,
Gary.
sorry. I believe that the youngster should be sent out on loan to get some experience. I agree with Coventry being sold. I don't think he's ever going to make it, unfortunately for him. I think he's 23 now. But the other guys I watched on Tuesday night, I was quite impressed. I'd love to.
It's gone again.
It's gone again.
Oh, it's gone again, Gary. What's going on? We can't hear, mate. It's having 10-second bursts.
Is it? Oh dear.
Oh dear. See, honestly, I can do many things, but I can't fix sound.
Can't fix
That's not
computers.
That's not my forte. Just coming back to that, do you know what? There's I can move that light. There is a Bristol City fan in my school, and I was having a chat with him today, and do you know what? He's surprised when I said I'm a bit apprehensive about it, to be honest. I'm a bit concerned. And then I reeled off all the players we've got out and unavailable, and then he went, "Oh, maybe we do have a chance then." Listen, I think that place is going to be raucous. You know, it's their biggest game of the season. It's a proper football stadium. They've had it bouncing in there before, and I expect no different. We've got to quash it quickly. We've got to get on top. And I'm just concerned with what sort of lineup we're going to put out, but we'll worry about that on Monday when we talk about the game, and then Tuesday when we go to Ashton Gate. I've never been to Ashton Gate, believe it or not. I've never been to Ashton Gate, the closest football stadium on the 92, and I haven't been there yet, so I'm quite looking forward to it. To tick off, I'm ticking off 2 in 5 days because I haven't been to Ashton Gate and I haven't been to Sheffield United. So you know what?
I love the
some
gate.
the numbers up. Do you?
I've been there many times to Ashton Gate, but in the home end with the Bristol City fans. But it's a great ground. You're very close to the ground. You're very close to the pitch as well. It's a good little ground. You'll like it.
Yeah, it
Gary's
is.
opted for his phone. Right, Gary, I've got no idea what's happened to your iPad, mate.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
I can.
Yeah, we got you,
loud and clear.
What's going on to it? Sorry about that. I forgot what I was talking about now.
It doesn't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Mike, just finish that off. I interjected on you.
No, mate. I like Gary. I probably watched West Ham at Bristol City over the years 6 or 7 times, maybe even. You know, going back to the old First Division days when they was in the First Division. Seen us in cup games there. Yeah, I remember one game was Steve Warford scored an absolute screamer from about 30 yards. But yeah, back in those days, there was always trouble there. It was a nightmare, to be honest.
I got a feeling there might be a bit Tuesday as well. I've got a feeling that the police will be on a relative high alert, but hopefully, handbags don't come out. But Pete, hope you are well. Another Peter says, "Good evening, Jake, Richard, the 3 from Crime Watch and the chat room." The concern that I have is I don't know how much longer I'm going to go without being classed as being in the Crime Watch team, because he said this for a while, Peter. And I don't know whether it's when I get to 18 or whether I, not age, because that's not what you gentlemen do. You just you experience things. Isn't that right, Mike?
Yes, mate. Yeah.
You just, go on.
It's experience, mate. Just
It
put
is.
it down to experience. Yeah. Yeah.
It is. And, I expect you 3 are just thankful that I'm bringing the average age down on this screen quite a lot.
He's on fault tonight, and he's a bit cheeky, isn't he?
On it, isn't he? I don't know what he's been eating tonight for tea.
No mince pies. I can guarantee you that.
No bounties.
And no there's one bounty left. Just before I came up, I looked in our little bowl. In our little bowl of Christmas chocolates, there's 2 Milky Ways and a bounty left. I thought somebody's got to eat at some point, and it's not me. It is not me. John, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Fathead says 1.5 million for Coventry is a great deal for us. It would be good to see Marshall get minutes at Bristol City, says Fred. Unfortunately, can't see happening. Here he comes. See, here comes the bounty. It's like clockwork.
There's the bounty.
It's like clockwork, isn't it? There it is. Right. How many likes are we on? How many likes? I got to refresh the thing. We are up to. Won't load now. We're on 13 likes. Jesus Christ. If we get to 20 likes, I'll eat this bounty. All right. 20 likes.
I'm just going to text everyone to like this channel.
Yeah.
Honestly, you like seeing me suffer with these stupid chocolates. Mike, you don't even like them when you made me eat it before. Peter says, if Moyes gets a new contract, we won't see Kodua back at the club again. Fathead says, great 19, 20, 21-year-olds won't play the under-21 football, but they'll be getting that experience. And I think that's what's going to elevate them up into, a player that can possibly play Championship or Premier League football later on in their career. Happy Hammer, thanks for joining us. Michael says, as great as our academy players are, they still need to bulk up for the Premier League for sure. Crafty David's watching the Man City under 18 versus West Ham game. We'll keep you updated on that one, or somebody will on the chat. Let's have a look here. Peter says the old saying is you don't know if they're up to it unless they're given a chance and played in the right system. John says, I think Moyes has been excellent with the young players. Mubama is going to get better, but he needs time. And Moyes must he has something to keep something for him to keep him around the first team squad. Very good. Jake, did you nick that stuff in the glass from the dentist? I have never been into a dentist with red liquid. Have you?
Yeah.
It's a normal thing.
Yeah, wash your mouth out with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you last go to the dentist, Jake?
November.
Oh.
No, it was. No, it was not.
Fine.
No, it's the stuff that make you gargle with, isn't it? They got you gargle.
Yeah.
With it,
Oh no, I went in October and then I got to go back in 3 months, which isn't very good. I got to go back in next month. Valentine's Day, I've got to go back there. Brilliant.
Oh, there you go. That's why I'm getting married on that day.
Oh well, congratulations.
Actually, no, that's a good point because we're going to Clacton, so it's been cancelled. Yes. Mum's not watching, that's what you say what I like. So it's getting changed, and hopefully, because they got long waiting lists, these dentists, it'll have to be pushed back a couple months. Because I really it's just a hassle. Anyone else just not like going to the dentist? Just hassle, isn't it?
Hate it. Always hate it.
No one likes it. No one likes it.
They're all right now. It's all painless. Back in the day, mate, that was brutal. You just get pliers like it was like the union, one out, all out. They was like drilling you with stick the needle in your mouth on one side and then drill the other side. The smell of burning and your head rattling.
Yeah, all right. That's enough. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Mike knows.
Yeah, I definitely know. I remember once I had that gas. Remember, you used to have gas.
It used to make you feel ill, didn't it?
God, that was awful.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, it was awful.
Gosh.
You got it easy, you youngsters. You got it easy.
Yeah, all right, shut up. KFC near the ground. We're parking in a Sainsbury's, a strategic 2-minute walk to a KFC before then move up to the stadium. We work these things out. Love a good KFC. Right. Stop starting. Am I starting trouble? I'm starting trouble. I'm a bit behind on these comments. Right. How many likes are we up to? Right, 20 to eat this bounty. We're going to talk about Jimenez and then I'm going to eat this bounty. We're up to 16. Come on, you lot. 4 to go. Jake doesn't have fillings yet. No, not at all. And I don't intend to either. See, Dan don't like the dentist either, Mike. No one likes the dentist.
He's still got his baby teeth. Little milk teeth.
See, there we go, Robert. Been to the dentist today. No pink liquid. It was clear. Very good, Robert. Very good. What's Jake buying now? Oh, KFC. Brilliant. Right, let's talk about this Jimenez geezer because he's in the title. So let me bring up my screen with my information on. Feyenoord do have little interest in allowing star striker Santiago Jimenez to leave the club this month. West Ham United are tracking the Mexico international, who is valued at 30 million by Feyenoord. He scored 39 goals in 2023, the calendar year, on a whole. listen, I presume this is a Steidham pick, and maybe that Clark, who we're going to discuss from Sunderland, is a Moyes pick. Do you have faith in Gary? Faith in Gary, of course. I've got faith in Gary. Gary, do you have faith in Steidham in electing and bringing in the striker option if we do in this window?
I think his track record so far has been very good. You know, what he bought in the summer. So, yeah, I've got tremendous faith in him. I don't think we will bring anyone in, is my personal view. I just don't think we will have enough money to bring anyone in. And we shouldn't sell people on the cheap just because we need to try and get somebody in. I think we need to think long term. And if you think about the Premier League, Jake, it's the biggest league. Yeah. And then you've got to get guys in that are good enough to stay in our first team. I don't think there's many about in December, in January. So it's going to be tough to get anyone in. But I do trust him, to answer your question, very much. I think he's done a good job. Yeah.
Listen, if Steidham has identified him, then I ain't going to say no after the players he's brought in so far, Mike.
Oh, it's, like Gareth just said, his track record so far excellent, really. You can't knock any of them. The ones that he's picked have all done a decent job for us. The Mexican guy, obviously, Alvarez must know a lot about him. So
maybe that could be linked.
He's probably had a word there. So there must be something about him. But, I mean, strikers are so difficult, aren't they? I mean, you know, look at, you know, we've had Skamaka and Aller, and, you know, they haven't fitted in, you know, to the Moyes system. Will this guy? Really don't know. I haven't seen enough of him to say whether he looks like he's going to do that job.
Yeah, true. I mean, Nigel, with your expansive knowledge of Mexican footballers in the Dutch league,
Mexican restaurants, you meant to say, Jake.
Yeah, sorry. I read the script wrong there. Would you take him if we can get him, and if the money's available, and if the player's available?
Well, yeah, but I had a little look at the highlight reel, was all right. But what happened to Bergwijn? What happened to that?
True. That's all got a bit quiet, hasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we're saying about Steidham, but he must have a brown envelope from Ajax. He's a bit of a fan, isn't he? And we seem to have depleted their team. But yeah, I mean, look, anyone who's a goal scorer, I mean, scoring that amount of goals in any league, let's face it, if you was playing Sunday League and someone said you got 40 goals for a team, you must know where the net is. So yeah, anyone who scores that amount of goals is worth having a punt on. I'd be happy with him.
Yeah, fair enough. One mention of Holland, and out this comes. Right, let's amend the grammatical error. It should be Mike and I. That's grammatically correct. Our Holland Dutch experts. Well, just you wait. I've got the license this year to be European touring, and you better believe it, Mike. We're gonna have one hell of a couple of days.
Yeah, but Jake, there was only 2 of those massage chairs, mate. I'm sorry.
We ain't going back to Holland. We ain't going back to Amsterdam Airport. They're going to be going somewhere rogue, mate. They're going to be going somewhere like no one's ever heard of. It's going to happen. Sean did suggest Bergwijn to West Ham. To be fair, it came up and I sort of went, that's a name I haven't heard of for a while. So he left Spurs and went to Ajax, and we never heard anything else about him. And then we've all of a sudden this window, his name's popped up in the transfer rumour category. And look, he's got pace, which we are desperately in need of. When you take Kudus out of that side, it's painfully slow. It is painfully slow. And look, if he's an option, and look, I don't think we could get anybody. I agree with Gary. I think if we get anybody, it won't be of much value. I think most clubs are contending with FFP. I don't think there'll be much transfer activity this transfer window. Eddie Howe said today that look, they've got to sell big players to buy anyone, so they're just not going to bother. That was in relation to the potential signing of Dom Solanke. But look, I just don't think many clubs have got much wriggle room or funds available to make substantial transfers in this window. And look, I always find the January transfer window a difficult time because not much gets done, and whatever does get done is more inflated than it would be in the summer. And I think if you get any player, I mean, to be fair, we had a fantastic January, Nigel. Do you remember that January where we signed Souček, Bowen, and somebody else in
2020?
2020, yeah.
Was it Soufal as well we signed at the same time?
Soufal we signed in the October.
Yeah, he came afterwards.
Didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. So look, business can be done, but I'd be surprised, would you?
I don't think we're going to do much, but then again, it looks bad because we've got so many injuries. So we're becoming desperate. So we're thinking, we've got to sign someone because we have got a fairly decent squad. But it's just that we've got so many injured. It just looks worse than it is. And with the African Cup of Nations, I mean, I don't think we're going to spend much money. I think we might get someone in on a loan. Look, if we get a striker, it will be great. If we get rid of Ings, it'll be fantastic. But I don't think they're going to. I think because he played the other day, he became cup tied. Some teams are not going to want him that might have taken him. So,
yeah.
I don't think a lot's going to happen, to be honest.
No. Listen, if we can get Danny Ings shipped off to Wolves, Crystal Palace, or whoever wants him, then get it done. Get it done. I think we could all get in together and pay for his cab to wherever in England. To be honest with you, because honestly, after that miss, that was the final straw. Honestly, there was people. We were down by where they were warming up in the Bristol City game, and honestly the stick he was getting, and just people were just taking the mick, and then he came on and it got even worse, and like people are just, I mean, it's just embarrassing for him at the moment. He is useless, as Dan says in the chat. He is absolutely useless, and as the quicker we ship him off, A, the wage bill, and B, for my mental sanity, the better, Mike.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, mate, and I think the problem is we'll have to pay some of the wages. That is a lot of the problem. I mean, the FFP now. I mean, since Everton have had them 10 points deducted, teams are panicking now. I think they're thinking we don't want to get anywhere near where we might get ourselves in a little bit of trouble. It's a nightmare for us. All these injuries. Our best front three, well, probably front four have gone. But the only good thing about it is we've got 34 points on the board. We don't play the next European game till March, and we could have all those players back. Okay, we might have to go through a bit of pain before we get to there, and we might have to just struggle around and hopefully pick up the odd point here and there. But that is the only good thing about it, really, Jake, is we're not playing that many games this month. Next month we got a few, I know, but we could have one or two of them back by then.
Yeah, I think a fair reflection, Gary, is probably if we sign anyone in January, it's a bonus, and let's not take anything too seriously. Probably until February, or not seriously, but let's not take results on face value. Probably until February or March time when we start to see all these players come back. Because at the moment, I don't even want to reel off the injury list because it concerns me, to be honest with you, and I don't even want to contend with Ben Rama, Fornals and Ings as a front three for a month because we know Cornet won't play, but I think we've just as a fan base probably got to just take note and just step back in the next month and not probably go on the meltdown we would if we had all those players there, because there's going to be no Paqueta for a month, no Bone for a few weeks, no Kudus for at least probably 3 weeks or a month. So we've got to take that at face value, and we've got to have some wriggle room. And yes, we still should be beating Sheffield United next week away from home. But apart from that, when we go to more, better and more established sides, we're going to struggle, and we've got to expect that.
Yeah, I think Sheffield United and Bournemouth are our next two league games. So the fixture list has been relatively kind. You'd expect us to get two results there. And then rumours are Bowen's back after that. But if I could just talk about FFP a little while, please, Jake, if you don't mind. Mike was right. It's getting to be more and more important in the game. And if you think about the club, the size of the club we are, I mean, there's basically three revenue streams you've got. You've got the TV money, which is what it is. You've got the commercial money, and you've got the match day money. Now, if you look at the match day revenue for West Ham, we're the second biggest attendance in the UK in the Premier League. We're about seventh or eighth biggest match day revenue. So we need to look at that firstly. Secondly, the commercial side as well. Obviously not as big as Liverpool, Manchester City, but we our commercial income's like a quarter of Spurs and Arsenal. And there must be someone needs to look at this and get some deals. We're a big club. We're champions of Europe, as we constantly sing. And if we get these revenue streams up, it gives us more value in the FFP market. This is what we need to look at. This is what directors are paid to do strategically to increase the value of the business. And that once we get that out, we can start getting more flexible in the transfer market. Talk about Tim Steiden earlier. I think the big players he bought in the window, Alvarez and Kudos, for example, definitely were worth more now than what we paid for them. I think Ward-Prowse and Bowen must be close to 100 million for Bowen now. Paquetá, likewise. We will sell one of those in the summer, and we can trust him to reinvest the money. So I think this window is going to be very difficult, but longer term, we need the directors to do their jobs.
I think that's a fair reflection. When you look at it in terms of the FFP side of it, Nigel, I think what Gary said's bang on.
Definitely, that was great business he done. I mean, you think about the Rice money, what we bought with the Rice money, and still had change, and what we've got. And definitely, Steiden's the man when it comes to that. He can spot the talent. And like I say, if we lost, I don't think Bowen's going to go. I think Bowen's West Ham 4-4. I don't think he's going to go, especially after signing that contract. I do think Paquetá will go. But how much we pay? 50 million. How much was Paquetá? 50, wasn't he?
50, yeah.
50 mil. If we got like 80, 90 mil for the guy, that Steiden would invest that wisely
and get 2 or 3 very good players.
Two players instead of change.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's been great for the club since he came in, and we can see that on the pitch. What we've got on the pitch now, we was all crying about Declan going, and he's long gone. Everyone's forgot about him because of the talent that we've now got.
Absolutely, Tim's the man. He goes to Tim's tie. He went to Dam to smoke some. Came back in with Alvarez and a superstar Ghana, didn't he? If invited to this European tour, well, Mike, there's going to be a brown envelope coming through your door very soon, and you're going to take what the contents of that brown envelope. And if I'm not invited to this European tour, then you're going to go on strike, and then you're going to not go. And then it's all going to work out. Is that all right?
Yeah, you never know, Jake. We might let you. UK
might invite me.
Yeah,
might invite me. Bristol, Jake, is far enough for you. Honestly, you're getting the sticker. How many?
We're going to get one, aren't you? Look, we've got one. We're in the knockout group. We're in the knockout stages, so you're at least going to get one European trip.
Yeah. We're up to 25 likes, which means I've got to eat this stupid flipping bounty. I don't know why I flipping mentioned it. Right, let's go through these comments first. 7 days time equals still not signed anyone. Bergwijn is very good friends with Kudus. Is Mike. There we go. Move Fornals and Ben Rama on at this current state of affairs. We can't afford to be honest with you. Otherwise, we have literally got nobody left to play. But listen, if we had all the players fit, then I'd be backing that for sure. Lawrence, thanks for joining us. Fornals will stay until the summer. Not sure about Benny. Let's scroll down. Eric, thanks for joining us. Tom, I hope you are well, mate. We are 8th in the league for money spent in the last 5 years. And listen, we're a big club. We spend the money, and we've got ourselves there for a reason. And we've got to act like that. Ings is useless. Rather play corner. I think most people would, but unfortunately, at the moment, it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. David Blunkett said he would have scored that Ings chance. I'm not going to get that. The joke's lost on me, but you old folks have got it, haven't you?
Yeah, we got it.
He's a blind MP, Jake.
He's a blind MP.
That's not very nice.
No, it's not.
I can't see Ings going into his contract as up 18 months left. Our fault for paying him too high of a wage. He's loving 125 grand a week, not having to do a lot. I mean, you look at that hair transplant he got. Honestly, he wanted his money back for that. They missed a bit.
Mate, they said he's the funniest bloke at West Ham. He's always smiling.
Yeah.
125 grand a week. There's no surprise, really. He's robbing a living.
Yeah, exactly. Peter says, Jake, do sheep count humans to help them go to sleep? Where has that come from? Where has that come from? Panic over. Don't worry, our resident Chelsea fan has arrived. Lost to Borough the other night. They might not get through to the Carabao Cup final. Half an hour gone in the under 18s game 0-0. There you go. Blackmail works, Jake. Use that capitals tactic on them. You must have some. No, I'm going. Don't you worry about that. There you go. Did Tim stay in a mask?
Stays in down.
Did Tim stay in a massage chair first class? No, he's got his own plane, private jet, mate. He doesn't need some stupid massage chair. Right, who's ready to see me eat this stupid bounty before we go?
Get it
Go
down,
on,
mate.
then, JT. I know you like them.
I love
Don't.
bounties. They're lovely.
Well, you have it then, Gary.
Gary,
all
pass
right?
it along. Pass it along.
Hey, Nigel, pass it on.
There you go, mate. You can have that.
Yeah, pass it to Mike. There you go.
Thanks very much, Mike. Cheers.
I'd be amazed if you actually put one in his mouth then.
Yeah. Right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Lovely.
Just the texture.
Not too bad, really.
Well,
You've got to leave it till you're really hungry, don't you?
Yeah.
You'll eat
Well,
anything. then.
Look at him. Face up.
speaking of Chelsea, did anyone see the?
About 9:30, I'll start eating nuts and raisins. Anything that's in the cupboard. I even had a bowl of Cheerios at 12:30 the other night.
Go on, Gary.
No, I was saying about Chelsea. I mean, how much are Brighton laughing now for getting 110 million for Casado? He's just
Oh God,
dreadful.
yeah.
Right.
Unbelievably bad.
And that Cucurella as well.
Kai Havertz.
Oh no.
And Kai Havertz, yeah.
I know we've moaned about some poor signings over the years, but Havertz, oh my God. I mean, do you see those chances that Cole Palmer missed?
Yeah. But,
Oh my God. I
he's had a
mean,
good.
Pep
I was going to knock one of them in with one still on one leg.
Pep new.
But he's had a reasonable season, to be fair. But Caicedo, Jesus, he's been awful.
Oh, yeah.
His first game against us, he gave away a penalty first, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
He's just been dreadful ever since. 110 million. Oh my goodness
Awful.
me.
Right, just like that bounty. Awful. Thank you very much indeed for watching right here on West Ham Unofficial. I've taken a bit of a break. There'll be some sort of content over the weekend. We're not playing. We've got our winter break that is interrupted on Tuesday, which in a way I'm quite thankful about because there's nothing to talk about. There'd be no shows. So I'm quite happy about that. We'll be up at Bristol City on Saturday. No, we won't. Definitely not on Saturday. Tuesday, we'll be there. I will be. We'll be there Tuesday for the game. So there'll be a vlog reaction. And we can't home tomorrow, Mike.
Yep. President at home. Yeah.
Lovely.
Be a good game.
So we might. Mike, are you there?
Yep.
Oh, so we might voyage over. Michael buy me coffee.
Mike, have you got like a big throne you sit on at week canter? You got like a big throne, a big massive paddock.
No, he's got a badge.
I got a badge that says I'm the president.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Thank you very much. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We'll have some sort of content over the weekend, maybe a Premier League roundup show along the way if you're lucky, because there are some league games this weekend. Man United, Tottenham, the highlight. But apart from that, I am going to head off and thank my guests, the dream team, Nigel, Mike, and Gary. Thank you very much indeed. Have a brilliant weekend, boys.
Thank you.
Will do, mate. Thank you for having us, mate.
I believe there's only one person that won't be at Bristol City on Tuesday night on this screen.
Yeah, I'm going to Jeff Stelling.
Yeah, we got out of that, Mike.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I paid for the ticket, so I'm going.
Where's he playing, Mike?
Westlands.
Okay, good.
Oh,
yep. Should be a good night out. Bianca Westwood. And
it's Larry's birthday.
And Jeff, so yeah, I bought the ticket, so maybe we'll win if I'm not watching.
It's Larry's birthday. It's Larry's birthday. Right, we've got to sing. Right, we got to sing happy birthday to Larry. Right, before we go. Right, ready? I'm going to conduct it. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you.
This faster, Jake.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Larry. Happy birthday to you.
That was dreadful, lads.
God. Is that the cat crying out there, mate? God dear. That was bad.
Happy birthday to you, Larry. Thank you very much for all of your support and match reactions you give to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. But yeah, see, he loved it. He loved it. No matter how out of tune and droning it was, it's what we do. It's what we do. Hey, I can't wait to see what you lot are going to do for my birthday in August. Do you believe me? Believe me.
You just wait.
Oh, God, mine's got planned already. 7 months yet, Mike.
Yeah.
Strippogram.
Yeah.
Ruin it, haven't you? Sure, ruin it. Right. Mike, enjoy Jeff Stelling on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Say
will
hello
do,
to
mate.
Mum because she'll be there, but I won't
I
be.
know.
Come on, your minds, and we will see you soon right here on West. Oh, Larry's going out for dinner with the wife. There we go. There
Oh.
we go.
Well done, Larry.
It's his birthday. What's he done?
Is
to
she
deserve
paying?
that?
Paying,
She's
Larry.
paying.
It's your
Laurie,
birthday.
is she paying?
Yeah, is he paying?
Where's she
Who's paying,
taking
though?
you? Where's she taking you? Where
Yeah,
are you going?
McDonald's. Tell us quickly, Larry. Who's
It ain't
paying and
McDonald's,
where are
it's
you going?
Nando's.
Nando's. Do they have Nando's in America?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah,
Do they? I don't know.
sure they do, don't they?
Wendy's he's going to.
Wendy's. Is he? Wendy's. So let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, a steakhouse, of course. Sophistication
The
at
Steakhouse.
its finest.
steakhouse.
At its finest. A steakhouse. Right. Enjoy that, Larry. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. Everybody. EastEnders will be on or something. So go and watch
No,
that.
Burnley versus Luton's on, mate.
Oh, woohoo.
I'll be
Jesus
back.
Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Honestly, a Friday night game. Who should we put on? Burnley Luton. Give it a
I will say something, but Luton have got a right tidy player. That fella
Okay.
with the afro hair, Chong, his name in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks a real decent player. Him.
He's at Leicester, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
Good
good
player.
player.
They got
Mark
that
my
young
words,
kid.
he'll do well for them.
They got that young kid Ross Barkley in midfield.
Yeah, youngster.
Andros Townsend, he's just coming up
Yeah,
through the
that
ranks, isn't he?
Speedy winger Townsend.
Yeah. But it's that Premier League experience that might just keep them up. You never know.
They're
Thanks
turning
for
into a stand, buying all
They
the
are.
has-beens.
Yeah, they are. They are. We might have a Premier League show. We'll definitely have a preview on Monday for the Bristol City game, a vlog, a reaction. Where hopefully we're in the fourth round. If not, we'll all be very unhappy. And then we'll be up at Sheffield United, Bramall Lane, on Sunday. Not
Sunday,
Saturday.
mate.
Sunday. I'll be very early again if I'm there Saturday. And Nigel, I'll see you twice in a week.
You will, mate.
Yeah.
You will,
Gary,
you'll
are
see
you
me
voyaging up to
Tuesday.
Sheffield or not?
I can get a ticket.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm going to Sheffield United. Yeah.
There we go. Mike, going to Sheffield?
No, I'm not.
So, Mike, I'll see you no times this week.
No,
Yes.
you won't see me this week, mate.
No.
My next game is what's the next game?
Bournemouth at home. You going to that?
Bournemouth at home.
Or the FA Cup game, Mike. I get fourth round if you get
Nottingham
through.
Forest at home.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
before
Or Blackpool.
Or Blackpool.
What we want to do is we want to beat Bristol City, then we want to get Blackpool and then draw with them and then
Draw and then have the
we
away
go
day up
Blackpool.
there. Yes.
I've been to
I'm
Blackpool.
like,
Yeah, that was a good day. That was.
I've never
Yeah.
been. Blackpool.
It's a tiny
Blackpool
ground.
way.
It looks
Yeah.
like a swimming pool from the outside. It's
Yeah.
just got that sports centre look about it.
Weird looking place when I went
Only
there.
holds 11,000, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
there we go.
small.
Right. Thank you very much. We will see you soon. We're here on West. I'm unofficial. We might sign somebody. We probably won't, but we'll see you then. Bye-bye.